Training is really an important aspect in our business. And so tonight we are getting our training by one of our leaders who is very seasoned in this business. So I'm only the MC. My name is Pieros Cherotich. I know we have people on this call who just joined the business. They may not know me. Together with me is my husband, Josephat Karaoke. We've done this business now for 12 years. What a wonderful journey. I'm so humbled to say my 12 years has been the best so far, simply because through this business, I've been able to learn a lot of things. I've been able to grow myself. So if you are there looking how to grow yourself, please stay on. Be in the business for long and you will learn a lot of things. And not just staying, you have to come to trainings. And so this is one of the trainings that we normally have every Tuesday. Just mark it in your calendar. Don't allow yourself to be reminded. At 8 o'clock, we have a Zoom training for the team. And the Superstars team really looks at training very important because this is part of what will help you to be able to achieve your dreams. So I'm super excited that tonight we are learning. And you know what? When you come to our business, if you're not teachable, you don't go very far. So for me and Josephat was lecturing in the university. I was teaching in high school. As a teacher, you know, I would think I know a lot of things. But we sat down to be taught by an army man who was our sponsor. So look at it. Coming into the business, humbling yourself and making sure that you learn is very, very important. You know, I've seen people in this business who come, they think they know, but they don't go very far. So trainings, we have never missed any trainings that we qualify for. And so, you know, when you come to trainings, you are going to learn the skills of growing your business or doing your business. And of course, we know all of us that there are those skills that you learn by and by. So it takes time, it takes patience, you know, it takes your energy, it takes your time, you know, those kind of things, they are very, very important. And those are the things that will actually give you the total success that you require to grow your business. So there are the skills that we need to learn in this business. And you know, we are in network marketing. So we have network marketing skills that if you learn them, within no time, you will be a pro or a professional in the business. And that is what we want to learn today. And when we posted, we said, there are 3 categories of people, which our speaker is going to take us through. But what we are looking at is the skills. And the skill number 1 in our business is the prospecting skill, followed by inviting, followed by presenting, followed by, you know, closing, and now starting the distributor right. But you see what? If you don't do the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one, and even to the 7th one, will never be in place. So this is the main one, and I want us to get it right tonight, knowing that we need to prospect. We need to go out and talk to people. And how do you do that? Because sometimes people say, I don't have anyone to talk to. And so that's what we are going to handle tonight. And I'm excited because one of our seasoned leaders that has been able to train over a decade now is going to be taking us through this session. So without much ado, let me welcome our first speaker. That is Lydia Mwesa. And this is one of the best speakers in the team. And please listen to her because I know as she teaches us, she's also going to use her experience. So Lydia, if you can hear me, kindly take it away.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you very much, our PT, for inviting me. Can you hear me? Thank you very much. Yes, my name is Lydia Mwesa, for those that might be new here. I have been in the business, as the PT has mentioned, 10 years, July this year. And I came in, I didn't know it that time, but because of stress, for lack of enough money, though I was a teacher for many years, I got sick. So when they talked of products, I came in, and for sure, I got well. And as I got well, I started to earn some money. And as I trained, I started also to understand that I could earn money, additional income here. And I remembered that I had gotten sick for lack of money because the salary was too small, and got frustrated for not achieving my dreams. And so when they said we train so that we know how we can build a business that can help us earn additional income, I decided to learn. I decided to be a student in this. I was a teacher in high school and in the university, but I decided to learn, to train. And so I was taught, my leaders who are leading us tonight trained me on prospecting. And I want to start therefore by defining the term prospect. Who is a prospect? In simple terms, and according to our context, a prospect is someone intended to become your customer or your business partner. That's a prospect. And so you may ask me then, who can be your prospect? And I would answer it that like this, that your prospect can be someone you may know or you may have known for a while or for a short time, or it could be someone you never knew before, you didn't know at all. But along the process of prospecting, you meet this person. And therefore, that is why it is important to talk about how do you find this prospect? Yes, you may know the person, you may not know the person, but how do you find a prospect that you can eventually share your business with? And therefore, we have 4 categories of people that come into this business, the business of network marketing that we've been learning about. 4 kinds of people come into this business, and they must find prospects. The first of those is the poser, P-O-S-E-R, the poser. Okay. Now, the poser is someone who joins in business. They register, and then they are told about, okay, make a list of people so that you can be, you can prospect on them to join your business. And what happens with those first timers, the poser will write probably just a list of 3 or 4 people or 5 people, very few. And they will tell you that these are the people they are sure they will join their business. Okay. The truth is, one of them or 2 may join the business. Okay. But they will be in business for a while, for just a short time, and stop working on the business. So the question is, what happened to the poser? Okay. Because their hope was that they would just get 1 or 2 people from the people they know best. Those are the people they choose, and they believe they will do the business. And they'll tell you, I know these ones will join. But what happens if they don't join, or only one joins? Okay. So the person begins to get frustrated and confused. Okay. And this is the time when we just encourage them to continue training on prospecting, to apply more and more methods of prospecting. The second person in network marketing is called the amateur. And of course, the amateur perhaps has moved from the status of a poser. Okay, because I remember that's what happened. When I was told to write somebody, I just wrote some that were very close, perhaps my best colleagues, friends, okay, my relatives that we are very close. But soon I found it was not working because they would come and go, someone joined and they stopped. So I had to keep training. And so the second type of a person is the amateur, because I also found myself here. Okay. So this second group of networkers, of course, They are the ones whom that you tell, write all the people in your phone. Perhaps the first they will manage is just the first 100 people or 120. They can, if you give them a referral, they may write on both sides. So they very excitedly go on with this long list. And as they go on writing and go on sponsoring, go on talking to the people about what they are doing, their business, they realize that the list is being spent, they're going through the list, not much is happening, and they begin to get anxious. They begin to get anxious that these people that they thought would listen and come and join, they may come to the meeting, yes. In fact, they may just come a few. The first shock I got is when I would invite them and no one came. Then sometimes somebody came. Then they left at the midst of the meeting. Then another time somebody came and they joined. And as my list was coming to a close that I had written, because I had started with the first 100 people that I knew best would join. I started to realize that this list, though long, was not a ticket that I would get a business and begin to earn that additional income that I really needed, so desperately needed. So a long list is not necessarily a ticket to wealth, to earning wealth in the network marketing business. It's not a ticket to the fact that they are going to join, they are going to do business, and they are going to work it out, and that my business is going to flourish. So that is the amateur. You see, the amateur has graduated from just 3-4 people to writing a list of long people, or they just entered at amateur level and wrote that list, but they realize it's not really bringing a lot of business. Okay, and then I would ask myself, so what is it that I have not learned? There's something I've not learned on how to have these people start off and build a business. And so I began to realize that there must be a skill that I must be missing. There must be a skill that I must be missing, that I have not learned yet. I'm being taught, but it's like it has not clicked to the effect that I'm now practicing, because learning a skill is one thing, and putting it into action so that you see results, you get results, the desired results is something different. And so as the amateur goes on to train, they discover that they need to become a pro, as our PT put it, a professional in prospecting, so as to build the business. So that is the third kind of person in the network marketing business, the professional. So what does the professional do? The professional is one who finds quality people to prospect. Okay, and the finding of quality people is also a skill. It needs training, and therefore, and hence practicing. So he realizes it's not everyone that I know, that I have, that I meet will take this business and run with it so that I can build my own big business. I need a skill to find quality people. So the term here is quality people. So how do you get these quality people? Who are they? Where are they? So who are they? They are the people who have come into the business and they built a big organization, which is operational. Okay, so they have built a large and a successful organization. And where can you find such people? Of course, in your leadership, in our leadership. And as Superstars team, we are one of the most blessed teams to have Dr. Kariuki and Pieros who have built this business for 12 years past successively. And that is what I've been learning from. I mean, I have been learning from what they have been doing and how they have been doing it. And of course, they are training on the same, because they train us on the skill. Okay. You may have perhaps your director or your sponsor or whoever, somebody who has built a big business, and you realize that they have developed a skill to make sure that they would not run out of people. Okay, so a successful person in network marketing who has built a big, successful organization is one who does not run out of people, because they have developed a skill so that they always have people to prospect. Of course, they may have started like any of us when we join in. They made a list. Okay, so they make, they start with the list, they write them out. Okay, but in addition to just writing, they keep on adding to the list. You saw the challenge we have in our business is when we come in, we write their first list and take off. So when we take off, we don't continue writing. We don't have any more names. But a successful network marketer will have names, and they keep on adding to the list. Even if, like our PTs tell us, 2 a day, you are making new contacts, and you are adding to your list 2 a day. So if you can write down every person you come across, every person you meet, of course, by interacting, you can be able to do that. And we are blessed here in Kenya and even outside. People have no problem after you've befriended them to share their numbers, their names and their numbers. Imagine if you could do that on a daily basis. You would never run out of people. Okay, which are these people? It could be your friends, new friends that you meet, relatives perhaps you didn't have their numbers, and a relative is most likely their friend's number. They have numbers of yours. Okay, yes. Don't fear your relatives. They can be very friendly. But also, you don't just write down friends and relatives. Write down also your enemies, if you have their number or they have given you. Because you never know, along the way, miracles do happen. Friendship may come back, and you may lead them into the business to help you build your business. So write down even both positive people, negative people. Write down the young and the old. So long as they are 18 years and above, it doesn't matter. Therefore, if they are 18 or 81, write everybody down. So you will never run out of your list. Even from WhatsApp groups, we join so many, we are invited to so many. Make friends there and change, take a number. But of course, it's good to relate with that person before you can take their number. But you have the numbers there. It doesn't hurt just to list them down, because after all, they listed you down there. Even the chamas, where we go and there are people. So the thing is, avail yourself to where you can find prospects. You can find people. So the chamas, the parents associations, the committees in his church, in the community, in the estate, in the village, and so on. All those are people and their potential prospects. List them down. So looking at the list, you think of the people that you have listed down. okay? And begin looking at them and thinking about them. And of course, the next step will be not just adding to the number, but also developing a relationship with them. Try to develop a close relationship where you get to know one another. You can greet them on WhatsApp. You can send a text, a motivational, text, kuwajulia hali si mbaya, call them, say nitaka tukujulia hali. Okay. So when you keep that contact and that relationship, you'll eventually find a way, as you stay in touch, to share with them what it is that you offer. And they will listen to you because already you've been relating. So as a profession, you never run out of people. Of course, one of the most recent discovery is the social media, where you can also meet people. But I want to tell you that social media is a recent development. New Life started in 1958. So I cannot have an excuse that I don't know how to do an ad. I don't know how to use Facebook. I don't know how to do what. Where there is a will, there is a way. And the physical interactions are even more powerful than just, the media. Social media, online, okay? So you find that you'll be able to share with them what you offer, and you'll have some from different times join your business. So that means that a network marketer is one who networks on purpose, okay? You are very intentional, that is, okay? Very intentional. Even if it means starting going to the gym, even if I've not been going. Or I change the gym. Yes, I go to a different one. Or I develop a hobby and join a group and so on, mountain climbing. I can climb a mountain with a group, I join a group and so on, just to be with people, okay? So find places where you can be able to meet people, and remember to be intentional on the alert that you need to take contacts. You need to relate with them and ask for contacts. And this way you are going to build a very big business, and you'll never run out of people. And so in conclusion, I would like to say that perhaps just ask us to ask ourselves, among the things that we have mentioned, discussed together tonight, what do you think will help you build a big business? What will help you create that big business that that you want to have? Okay. I have tried social media. I have tried all of them. I have tried, I entered, I joined as a poster, then I became a mamacha, then a professional, I'm learning to be a professional, okay? And I've started using social media, but I want to tell you, one-on-one is the most perfect way, one-on-one. So think of what we have shared and choose your method, or try several. And if you decide to become a network marketing professional, it is by building up many contacts, consistently establishing relationships, and then showing them what you do. Because if I have done it to director level, prospect, and I'm still prospecting, and I'm still learning how to prospect, then we all can, but we need to be intentional in that. Training is key. Train, read books. There's the book we are reading by Eric Warren, okay? How to become a professional. Read books and learn, to grow your skill, to grow your knowledge, to grow yourself, to grow your skills, the courage to talk to people, to greet people, to befriend them, so that you can be able to take contacts and go on from there to prospect. I think with those very many words, I ask that I end there, and thank you very much for listening to me, my colleague, members of the Superstars team, and I thank you very much our PTs, Josephat and Pieros, for the opportunity to share. Thank you.
Wow, wow, Lydia, that is powerful. Thank you very much. And congratulations for the good job, well-researched topic. And of course, you are using your own example. It is so real for each one of us. So I'm really excited, and congratulations to everyone for, I believe you've done notes like me, I've made notes. You know, I want to make sure that I'm always learning and writing, because you cannot always remember everything. So you need to write down. And superstars, this is such a great, great lesson. I feel for people who miss such, because as Lydia has said, there are those three categories of people. And tonight, I'm very sure that each one of us, we know where we have placed ourselves. And the good news is you can come from a poser, go to amateur, and go to become a professional in this business. And for sure, most people start as posers, and we have been told that posers, they treat their business like a lottery ticket. They just think they are going to bring this big person and they are going to win, you know, big in the business. But you see now, in our business, it's network marketing, and you are paid according to what you do. So what's the action that you put in? And of course, it is the talking to people. So posters are there. And I know on this call, you know yourselves. Then we have the amateurs, and you know, fortunately in our team, we do what? We write referrals. Sometimes you are told to write a list, and people even sparingly do it. And again, even if you write a list, it's very good to write a list, but still don't depend only on that list, because amateurs only depend on the list they wrote. And as the list diminishes, their anxiety goes up. And that is what happens. And I believe for me, and like Josephat, I think started like an amateur. For me, I started like a poser, you know. I was so, you know, low. But for him, he started somewhere. Then we become professionals after learning. And for me, I really studied successful people in this business. I was very fortunate to sit around these successful people and learn from what they were doing. And what they were doing is that they were finding people to prospect on a daily basis. And that is what Lydia has told us. You know, if you are there and you are a poster or you are an amateur, now decide to go professional, you know? And you know, when you go professional, it means that you're owning your business. Sometimes we call people and they are calling me and they are saying your products, your business, and they are members of New Life. I mean, of the Superstars team. You own it, you say my business. And when you say it like that, my business, then you own it. So today, Superstars, it's a challenge to all of us. Decide to become a professional, you know. Part of your job as a professional is to find new people every day. Have that candidate list every day, and you add people on a daily basis. That is what Lydia has said. You commit that you're going to be adding either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people. Like for me, I have a list. So you should have a very clear book that you're writing names. And people that you meet, you don't have to just tell them about what you do, but you can just write their names and start talking to them slowly by slowly. And you know, it is very interesting because now we are meeting people everywhere. Even if you don't go anywhere, you work from home. There is the social media that Lydia has been able to tell us about. And one of the things, for those who have not met Lydia before, I think Lydia retired almost, I think 60, almost 10 years ago, imagine, retiring, I think 7 years ago. And when she came into this business, she knew nothing about social media. I'm the one who helped her to create a Facebook account. Can you imagine? And it's only like 3 years ago when she created a Facebook account. And today, she actually paid for a course to learn about using Facebook. And today, you just need to go and visit her Facebook account and see what she's doing on her Facebook account. And you will realize that everything is learnable. Becoming a professional is possible if only you become very teachable. So that teachability ability, because sometimes you tell people, oh, do this, be adding your list. They are telling you, I don't have people. I've exhausted, you know. So I want to pose a challenge to all of us tonight. Please, after this meeting, sit down, write your list of names. Very important, because again, you don't have to go out when you have a list of names. Write as many as possible, then commit now to be adding, even if it is 2, as long as you're very disciplined that you're going to be adding to. And where do you add them from? You meet people, you take their contacts. You go to a wedding, you go to a fundraising, you go, you're on social media. If you have posted a picture there and somebody says, wow, you're smart, that is already a prospect, because if you don't have their contact, you can start engaging with them and getting their contact. So it's as easy as that. So write the list of names, and then now you work with your sponsor or your upline director to be able to help you. And you know what, people, if we treat it like a profession, if you treat your business like a business, it is going to pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, which I know many people do that, they do it just as a, by the way, like a hobby, it's going to cost you like a hobby. So let us all treat it like professionals, and we go pro. And the book that Lydia has just talked about is here. This is the book by Eric Warren, Go Pro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. This is a great book. Eric Warren, you can also subscribe to his podcast, YouTube channel. He has actually written a number of books. He also has courses, and even Facebook professional network marketers. You can join the group and you learn so much. So this is a book, and if you don't have it, you can always get it from any bookshop. Not any bookshop, but you can always get it. If you're in Nairobi, they are even sold in the streets. And if you are not in Nairobi, you can always talk to us and we can get you this book. It's really nice. It will teach you so many things. This guy has used his own real life examples because he's an introvert. And you meet people and they tell you, me, I'm an introvert, I don't even talk. But imagine, this is a guy, right now he has built a studio worth about $70 million. And he does events in that studio every day in Las Vegas, coming from an introvert. So no one can say that you can't do this business. Everybody can do the business. And now, guys, you see, like every other week, we have places to go for meetings, like physical meetings. Even if you come from Mombasa, and we'll say that there's a meeting in Eldoret, being a professional and even using social media now, you will be able to invite even in places that you go, you have never been to, because it is possible in this era to be able to invite where you don't know people. So let us all decide to go pro, and I must say I'm so proud of you. And we are now 69 on this call. Can you imagine if you put into practice what we've learned today? 2 to 5 years from now, we will have 69 president team members. Can someone say amen? Yes, it is doable. God bless you so much. I want to hand it over to Josephat to be able to take us through the next level.
Thank you so much, Pieros. Thank you, Lydia, for the great discussions. Very, very helpful. These are the things that we never had a chance to learn. I mean, we didn't know that one can be a professional. Well, some of us became professionals, but it's because I would say we are self-made professionals, just like they are self-made millionaires. So this is a great opportunity for us superstars to learn how to accelerate from that entry point of POSA all the way to becoming a professional. I don't want to earn a lot, but I must mention this, and this is a challenge to us. Your greatest surprise, one of these days will be to find yourself do so well in what you thought you cannot. Your greatest surprise one of these days will be finding yourself doing so well in something you thought you cannot. Just release yourself to be taught, accept to learn by doing. Never fear failure. People fear talking to people because they're not sure of how they will respond. And my encouragement on that has always been, if you are Faith Gaira before you talk to someone, you remain Faith Gaira after you have talked with them, regardless of what they say. So you have nothing to lose, but you'll be increasing the chances of tremendously growing your business. So let's have the courage to talk to people. And maybe the last one on that is, the only things we talk to people about in this business are things like how to boost their income, how to live a much healthier life, how to travel around the world. Now, let me ask you a question. Which one of the three should you be ashamed of sharing with people? Those are really great things that we are sharing with individuals. Actually, we are privileged, we are lucky, we are honored to be in the space where we can be able to talk to people about those kind of things. So let's have the courage. Let's know that we are doing the best thing that can ever be done. We are ambassadors of the good gospel to the world. So don't hesitate. Don't, look back. Let's go for it. So that marks the end of that first session, and we get to another session. And in the second session, we'll be making some very good announcements and all that. So